This is a video on how to ingest, transmit, and manage DCPs across a wide array of remote sites. The interfaces needed for this operation are the fast enterprise server interface, the DCP Cinema Management System interface, and the Cinema Pro web interface. This is here for validation. Almost all of the management can be done centrally from here by receiving callbacks. So I will select this directory knowing that this consists of an entire DCP. This is a test DCP that we use for validation. You can click on Submit in order to put it into the system and begin the ingest. While this is ingesting a file, you can view the progress up here in the second tab next to the search bar, which monitors the activities. You can see here we're ingesting a DCP of this name, and it's on the second stage. An ingest is comprised of 4 stages: verifying the asset map, copying files, validating files, and packaging. Depending on the speed of your system, we can ingest at rates up to 70 megabytes per second or slower, depending on how much memory and capacity you have. Once DCPs are ingested into the system, they're listed in the Packages tab, which keeps a running list of all the ingested DCPs that still exist. This tab will only show data for the last 7 days, whereas this will show global data and has search parameters if you're looking for any particular DCP. We use the UUID as a unique identifier across the system. A bit later, but let's create a transmission. So we're going to transmit this on channel 1, and we're going to select a transmission mode of with reports. We can do scheduling, set it to go at a certain time. We can modify how much forward error correction is being used, and we can do receive site filtering. So if we expand on data delivery channels, you can see that I've got a main channel, which has the same IP address and port that as your transmit channel. This will ensure that we can receive it. A group of settings that are needed for transmission, such as whether you're using acknowledgements or not, what kind of retransmission behavior you need, and how much FEC to use, and puts it in one setting. That way, when I come to the CMS and try to schedule a transmission, so if we come to the receive site on statistics channels, you can see that it's created an entry under the receive channel, and it's receiving this DCP. If we go to transmissions, we can monitor any loss that's happening at the same time. So we have callbacks from the Cinema Pro telling us where in the unpacking and receive process it is. So if we click on see more info, you can see that we're currently receiving, and as we start getting more and more messages from the Cinema Pro, we'll see this one move down the boxes and be able to click and see which sites there are. For the purposes of receiving on 1,000 sites, this will show accurate summarized data from all 1,000 sites, and you don't have to manually go to each of the web interfaces. We're currently at 93% of the transmission sent.